Worden, leading into our next conversation here this Wednesday morning. Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. Is that what he was singing about? Seems like an easy concept to manage your diet and your weight. It's called intuitive eating. Can you trust your gut? Tess is joining us this morning. Turns out more people ditching diets, Tess, for just following their intuition. But how do you do it?
Exactly. I don't know about you. I was thinking about this. I'm like, I'd always want to eat because that's what I feel like I'm constantly thinking about, right? You know, this method starts, though, when we change our relationship with food. And one of the benefits of this is that we don't have to really feel like we have to restrict what we eat and what we put into our diet. So to talk a little bit more about this is Dr. Denise Worden. She is with the Arizona Naturopathic Medical Association. Dr. Worden, thanks so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Intuitive eating. It sounds exactly like it is, right? Eat when you feel like it.
That's right. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it's about our relationship with food. We've forgotten, in the old days, we used to sit down with families. We would take a moment. It would be either blessing the food or saying a prayer, gratitude for that food, how it got there onto that plate, from the sunshine to the farmer who grew it, to it picked, to the person who prepared it. We don't think about that anymore. We just grab that food and shove it into our face and just try to nourish some kind of underlying either real hunger or just an emotional need that we have. And I think if we start taking just a moment, the intention of what is the intention of that food? Hippocrates said food is our medicine. And we've forgotten that it is our major fuel. It is our nourishment. And we've got to take just a moment to think about what's in front of you and how it got there and be in gratitude for it.
You're so right, because I feel like when so many of us are on the go, we're just rushing. We know we have to eat, grab something, which leads to bad choices. So talk about the benefits of intuitive eating for us.
Right. So, you know, if we take that moment, it allows the hormones in the body that once the stomach is starting to get full, it sends a signal back up to say, I'm full. If we eat too fast, we don't get that signal. We've eaten past the point, and then you're full and you're miserable. You didn't get the signal. So we've learned to not listen to our bodies. When we start doing that, then that hormone tells us we're full. It also says, store fat, don't store fat. So the autonomic nervous system is either fight or flight or rest and digest. If we're in rest and digest because everything's okay and we're eating in the right frame of mind, our body knows how to digest the food and do what it's supposed to do with it. But if we're running on the go, we're telling our body, there's a bear, I need fuel, and it says, okay, I'm going to use what I need, but I'm also going to store some extra fat. And I don't know if you're like most of us, we don't want that extra fat there to run.
I'm with you there.
For the bear.
So
Right.
if we're thinking about this, we do have to take that moment to step back, I guess, like you mentioned, to think about what we're going to eat or how we're even feeling. How do we get started? Easier said than done always. How would you suggest someone get started?
Right. Easy. Literally take a couple of deep breaths. Be in that moment. What are you about to eat? Is it going to heal you or hurt you? Whether you're about to eat it or you're about to order, take just a conscious moment to say, this is the right thing for me to choose, instead of, let me just grab something that's my favorite and I'll worry about it later. The other thing is we need to slow down and chew. Each bite on average should be about 32 chews. How many people chew 5 or 6 times and swallow it? Now you've asked your body to do all kinds of things and stress. We're not chewing enough. We're not spending enough time, and we're definitely not in that parasympathetic rest or digest. So the simplest rule, take 1 minute or 30 seconds. Take a few breaths and literally consciously choose what you want that food for. You also need to think, am I actually hungry or am I thirsty? So most of the time you're probably thirsty, not hungry.
Oh, okay.
Have it. So take a little drink of water, wait just a minute and say, am I actually still hungry or am I not? And enjoy.
And usually you'll know the difference, right?
You'll know the difference.
Yeah.
If you'll know if you're tapped into what you really need to do. Think about enjoying the meal with company, or if it's you, read a book, do something to get yourself into that relaxed state. It only takes a minute.
Worden,
maybe it's just a breath.
I love all these tips, and as everyone makes the decision to try to be healthier, however that may look for you, this is certainly one way, hopefully, that can make a difference. Thank you so much for your insight into this, Dr. Worden with the Arizona Naturopathic Medical Association. We appreciate your time. Have a great day.
Thank you. Great day.